In this section we're going to have a look at the Frequency Analysis tab, which appears on the right hand side. This will appear at points where audio recordings are available. The Noisetools software will take the audio recording data and create a more detailed frequency analysis from that information. Now we can see here on the screen a 3D plot showing us time versus level versus frequency. The higher the level, the more red the colour is, time along the bottom, and frequency this way, starting at 31 Hz and going up to 16 kHz. This 3D plot can be spun round, manipulated, we can zoom in, zoom out. We can also display it as bars, which may be easy to find particular high points, so we can zoom in and say this particular point here, 85.7 dB at 125 Hz. This is sampled from the audio data, so if we move the cursor at the bottom here and narrow down our selection of the time, this particular piece of audio that's displayed in the box here is what is being used to calculate this. If we move the cursors out for the entire measurement, the 3D plot is based on the entire measurement period. We can also view this as 1/3 octave band data. It can take a little bit of time to calculate, but again we've got more detailed information. At any point we can right click and we can export that graph in various resolutions. This is quite useful if you're going to put it into a report where you might want a high resolution image. So click the size and click custom or click large, and you can create a particular size file that's high enough resolution for your application. Click save and insert it into whatever program you're going to use. We can zoom in, we can spin the graph round. There are preset views up here on the right hand side, so we can see end view, we can see a side view, we can see a top view, and we can also see a default view. We can also change the panning options, so we can move the chart around. We can zoom in and out and play back through manually and roll through the graph manually. And we can also put markers on the graph and zoom in on particular points. This is all calculated from the audio data that's available to us in the particular measurement, and the section that's being used is here at the bottom. We can play back the data, in which case you see here this little section that's indicated in yellow is what actually we see on the screen, and the entire audio file passing through at that point. The other thing we can do is to run a 1/12 octave, which is based on FFT. Now if you select this, it can take quite a while to process, so we're going to press this button and we'll see the progress bar jumping through here. We'll jump through some of this and skip to the end. We're near the end of the calculation now. How long this actually takes depends on how big your file is and the speed of your computer. The faster and more powerful your PC, the quicker this can be rendered. But as we can see here, we've got much more detailed information about the entire measurement. We can zoom in, zoom out. So it's very quiet at the beginning. We've got a lot of low frequency noise here that continues all the way through the measurement. Various spikes at high frequency. And various bits of information. We can display that as a surface as well, or bars. We can now access some FFT options, we can determine the resolution to which the FFT is calculated and any windowing functions that we want to apply. We can also zoom in, zoom out, right click and export the graph. We can now also export data, so if we want to use this FFT calculated data in other programs or for further analysis, we can export the data out into a CSV file and use it in something like Excel. We'll just cancel that and close it and jump back to our octave band view. Close up the FFT options there. This information can be quite useful to find detailed frequency information about the measurements we've made. For example, if there's a particular high point that we want to analyse, we can click on it, zoom in on it, and then calculate a much more detailed FFT from it. This information and this data is only available where audio recordings have been made with the meter, so it's only available in the Optimus green sound level meters.